As part of the effort to curb the spread of the novel coronavirus, President Cyril Ramaphosa has imposed a lockdown of the country, which includes shutting down all public spaces, offices, schools and universities. According to figures released by UNESCO, as the end of March, more than 1 billion scholars and students are unable to attend schools and universities because of COVID-19. The SABC solution to help learners get through this challenging time by launching a brand new educational channel. General Manager of SABC Television, Mr. David Makubyane, joins us on video chat to tell us more. Welcome, David.
Thank you, Palisa. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. Now, I just want to start right ahead by asking, on which platforms will this brand new SABC educational channel be available?
Yeah, so the SABC education really comes as part of the DTT, this digital terrestrial television plans that we've had in the pipeline for some time. But there have been some challenges with regards to the distribution of set-top boxes or decoders out there. There are about over 411,000 decoders. So the first place would be on a DTT box for someone to access this channel. Then secondly, if someone has got a smart TV, they can, and it's got a digital tuner, but all smart TVs should be able to pick it up as long as you've got an aerial on your smart TV. And then the other thing is we are talking to other platforms, satellite platforms, to also carry this channel. At the moment, the channel is streaming on SABC Education, the SABC Education website. So you can also catch the channel on that. It's a YouTube channel at the moment.
Stunning. I love the fact that you have paid very close attention to needing it to spread and have everyone get their hands on this incredible tool. But I also have to ask you, Mr. David, who will be providing the content for this channel? And can you give us some ideas of what content will be covered?
Yes, so the content that's going to be covered there primarily is curriculum-based education content to assist learners that obviously at the moment can't go to school, to be able to catch up with their studies, and for the Department of Education to also resume with some of that content on the channel. We will have informal and formal education. We'll have content that is created and produced by the SABC. Currently, we've started with a lot of the content that would primarily sit on SABC 1, 2, and 3, and about 4 hours of that fresh content is content from the Department of Education. So we are, we're getting content and support from the department, for content production. We also have a bit of production in studio to deliver, also in partnership with the department.
I love that, all hands on deck, basically. Now, will this channel cater for primary and high school as well as tertiary educational students?
Yes, so currently we've got, programs like the Lullaby. So we've got ECD content, so it's early childhood development, intermediary. We've got senior, student content. We are also in discussions with tertiary institutions to have some of the tertiary content on there as well.
Oh, stunning, I love that. Now, with the schools and universities being closed because of this national lockdown, can you say that this channel will help, alleviate some of the pressure on the curriculum?
We hope so. I think the objective is to do exactly that. We hope that there will be some gap that is closed, ease the pressure. And, it's not just for the COVID period. We're hoping that we'll continue. And so that it will be supplementary and complementary to the formal education that's provided by the Department of Education.
Okay, and we are a Rainbow Nation, David, as you know. We do, and rather are proud of who we are. Now, will African languages be covered in the content?
Yes, so it is a South African channel. We will have African languages. We currently have, especially for the early childhood development, phase, we've got content literally educating learners on language, Setswana, Sizulu, and so on. So it will be a mixture, even though a higher percentage is English. but it will include that as well.
Okay, and just to conclude and wrap up this conversation, now this campaign would need sponsorships to be successful and viable. Now, how do you secure any sponsorships, and how can people donate to this campaign?
So in terms of sponsorships, we are out there. We don't have much support apart from the partners that I've mentioned there with regards to content. So it'll be great because, as you know, this is a mandate. As a public broadcaster, delivering educational content is something that is important. And the funding model is very much dependent on our airtime sales or commercial, our commercials. So we would like to appeal, but also as the SABC, just generally, we would rely a lot on the licenses. A lot of people aren't paying their TV license. So if, people could pay their TV licenses, it will help them, it will help their students to be able to access such content, or their children, rather.
Thanks so much to the General Manager for SABC Television, Mr. David Makubyane, for shedding a light on how our youth will still get the education they need during this crisis.